So you've reached midlife and maybe even the empty nest. And do you ever wake up in the morning and think to yourself, are my best years behind me? I'm here to tell you that they're not. So welcome to Midlife Unleashed with Julie Ross. So today I'm going to give you a 5-step guide to rediscovering yourself, to reinventing yourself, and to rebooting yourself in midlife. So let me tell you a little bit about my story in case you don't know my story. So I've been practicing law for almost 40 years. And for the first several decades of adulthood, I was raising my 3 sons, including my oldest son who's autistic. And so really my focus was just raising my kids, taking care of them, making sure that they had everything that they needed, and also doing my job as a lawyer. And then came the day that my nest became empty. And I remembered a vow I made to myself when I was 16 years old. Because when my older sister went to college when I was 15, my mother went to bed for 6 weeks. It was really traumatic for me. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand why she kept complaining of vague symptoms. I thought she was dying. Nobody talked about empty nest syndrome in those days, and not for nothing, I was still at home. However, she knew that in a couple of years I would be gone too, and her nest would be completely empty. And so she sunk into a deep depression later that year. And I came home from school one day and she wasn't even talking to me. She was just staring out the window. And it was that day that I made a vow to myself that when I reached her stage of life, I would not go to bed for 6 weeks when my kids left home. But no, I was going to make sure that I lived my best life. So fast forward to the day when I returned home after taking my youngest son to college, returning home to an empty house, remembering the vow that I made to myself, and deciding that, you know what, it was time to fill the empty spots on my calendar with stuff that filled me up. Try new things, do new things, which is what I did. I started exercising, really for the first time in my life, and soon had run 2 half marathons and several 10Ks. And then during COVID, I took the abstract drawings that I'd been making my whole life without any artistic training because my 6th grade art teacher told me I had no talent. And I decided to make them into little art pieces with some art pens and art paper. And my husband convinced me to sell them. So I started a website and an Instagram in October of 2021. And in November 2021, I got an invitation to exhibit my art at the Brick Lane Gallery in London. Totally unexpected. I thought it was a scam, but it wasn't. And that began an amazing past 4.5 years where my art has been exhibited basically all over the world. London, Madrid, Milan, Venice, Innsbruck, Miami, and I just finished my 5th exhibition in New York. So that's when I decided, if I can do this, anybody can do this. You don't have to be an artist, you don't have to do that, but I realized midlife is a time to just really, really explore your purpose, get clear on who you are, and it's an exciting time to reboot your life. So let's talk about the 5-step guide to rebooting yourself in midlife. So the first step is taking inventory and reflecting, thinking about what you've done over the past few decades, what you want to keep, what you no longer want to do, and maybe thinking about one thing that you always wanted to try and never had the time or the chance to do it. So that gives you an opportunity to get started. And once you've done that reflection, then the next step is to reclaim your voice and say yes to you and say, you know what, I am going to do it. I am going to try that. I am going to fill those empty spaces in my calendar with something fun for me, which is not to say you abandon the rest of your family. No, of course, you're still taking care of your spouse, your husband, your partner, whomever, your cats, your dogs, your animals, whatever you have. And you're still mom. You're still mom. Your kids still need you. but set a good example for them. Be a role model. Show them what is possible in midlife. And that goes to the third step, which is your mindset reset. Seeing midlife as a miracle, not an ending point, a launch pad to what could be the best years of your life, and focusing on that, and focusing on making the most of the second half and the time that you have left. And then the fourth step is small wins. Don't bite off just an enormous goal and expect that you're going to achieve it then. Just a small win. Try something new and make it a daily habit. Have a morning habit that you start, and a great way to do that is with morning affirmations to remind yourself of your power and how great you are. And that'll get your mindset straight to remind yourself that midlife can be a miracle time for you. It can be a time of reawakening, a time to rediscover yourself and to discover new talents, new things that you like to do, and try new things. Because, hey, when we reach this stage of life, you've failed a lot, probably, and survived those failures, so that's okay. Now it's time to just try new things. So I'd encourage you as step 4 to, set up a morning habit, a positive habit to start your day. For me, I sit and think about gratitude and affirmations and I pray, but it doesn't have to be like that. You can just pick a really positive morning routine to start and start making it a daily habit. And the fifth step is just start now. Don't put it off another day. Don't sit on the couch crying that midlife and feel like midlife is over. It isn't. Look at the possibilities. Remember, reflect. 5 steps: reflect. Take inventory of your life. Reflect on what was good, what was bad, what you want to keep doing, what you want to discard, and what you want to do now. And then reclaim your voice. Step 2, say yes to you. It's okay. It's your time, because now you have the time on your hands to do it. And then remind yourself, step 3, that midlife is a miracle. It's an opportunity for you to truly step into who you are and the wonder of the second half of life. And step 4, start a daily habit, a small daily habit that is positive, that is an affirmation of your life force. And then step 5, simply wrapping it up with just start now. Just do it. Reboot your life, reboot yourself at midlife, and you'll find that midlife is not an ending, but it's a beginning. And it's a beginning to what can be the best years of your life. So if you like this video today, please share it with somebody who might benefit from it. Please subscribe to Midlife Unleashed with Julie Wass and comment below and let me know your 5 steps. What have you done? And what are you planning to do? And how do you feel about midlife? Are you ready to reboot your midlife? I want to hear from you, so please let me know. And you can always contact me. Set up a time, we can talk. You can send me an email at julie@juliewass.com, and I'll get back to you right away with my calendar link so that we can set up a time to chat about your midlife reboot. So remember those 5 steps to rediscovering and reinventing and rebooting yourself at midlife. And let's get started together. Have a great day. Thanks.